Hello, sports fan. This is Steven here with Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And this is going to have big playoff implications. So before I get right into that, I'm going to make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel so you can get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get directly into it. Looking at this matchup here, both these teams are probably going to be making the playoffs. When you think about the Minnesota Vikings, and they've already punched their ticket, and you look at the Green Bay Packers, the way that they dismantled the Saints on Monday Night Football, these teams have variables that make them special. Obviously, Jordan Love, the quarterback that replaced Aaron Rodgers, that's now stepping into his own as the veteran, leading the young wide receivers and that defense into essentially enemy confines with the Minnesota Vikings. And you're thinking, okay, can Jordan be healthy? Can he stay healthy, finish the game, and lead them to victory? Absolutely. When you think of the likes of the Minnesota Vikings, Sam Darnold has been going off lately and throwing touchdowns to any and everybody. He's earned himself a contract in the offseason. But the question is, can they hold serve at home against a team that they potentially could face in the playoffs? So from the standpoint here, it's a division rivalry. Coach LaFleur knows everything about the other camp, and Minnesota knows everything about Green Bay's camp. So the plays, the variation of plays, everything that they've been working on, that these guys are essentially, they know each other back and forth. So the answer is going to be from the standpoint, which defense steps up better? Will Minnesota's iconic celebrations and their defense that loves to show off their celebrations in the end zone, will they be able to come out and really do damage against Green Bay? Will it be a situation where they have the upper hand and they confuse Jordan Love enough to slow down the offense? It's highly possible. And is it possible that Green Bay's defense, coached essentially by, one of the best in the NFL defensively, can they come back and make noise after they've shut out New Orleans on Monday Night Football? So it's so much that goes into this game here, and it's so much that comes to potential seeding. And you got to think, if Minnesota can win out, they have a great chance of being at home throughout the playoffs, and that bodes well for them, So I think that overall the quarterback play is going to be big. Sam Darnold isn't a better quarterback than Jordan Love, but he's been playing like it. The Minnesota Vikings haven't been running the ball, especially lately, but you got to think over there, they have one of the best running backs in the NFL with Josh Jacobs. And when he gets to catching the ball at the backfield, when he gets to running the football, he becomes a little train that essentially knocks out everything in front of his path. Having soft hands, being able to block, and being able to be that third down back that's on the field for Jordan Love, and being able to carry out the little screens, that bodes well for them. They're going to lean heavily on Josh Jacobs, I believe. It's going to be up to the rest of the Green Bay Packers tight ends and wide receivers to show up as well, because it can't just be 1 versus 11. It can't just be 2 versus 11. That offensive line for the Packers has to show up. They have to create holes. They have to attack the Minnesota Vikings defense. And they have to make sure that Josh Jacobs has a chance to hit his head on the goalpost. So from the standpoint of everything that's going on, you just got to ask yourself, do you believe it? I'm picking the Minnesota Vikings to win this one. I think that the Green Bay Packers have a lot of talent. I like what they did on Monday night and showed their dominance. But you're facing a team in Minnesota that has a plan, that has a goal, that has a quarterback right now that's on fire. So from my standpoint, I like Minnesota in this one. All you Green Bay Packers fans, you have nothing to be ashamed of. Get in the comment section below. Minnesota Vikings fans as well. Definitely check out Sports Choice Plus. We'll see you in the next episode.